Good afternoon, everyone. It's your boy, the Toothless Wonder, coming back with another video. Been, you know, per the last one, I was coming back from Massachusetts talking about, new seasons, what was potentially on deck, what I was going to have to leave behind, so on and so forth. And I think the video previous to that, uh, I was talking about dealing with disappointment and, personally, and how it builds, resolve character, make you sink or swim, which is technically how I've been surviving up until this point. Creating character and just standards like, yeah, this would make it easier, but I ain't doing that. Or it goes against some moral, some principle I hold to. So I gained a victory in that respect. But this one's actually going to be titled Practicing What I Preach. Because, YouTube and just in general, everybody run their mouth, everybody talk all this yin yang. But that's why I really don't be fooling with people like that. Because I don't see a whole lot of examples of people personally living what they be preaching. And I guess, come to my revelation that I myself, at the same time, we put to the test. So, I'm back in Maryland, whatever the case may be. And I was supposed to start a new job Monday that would actually line up with my schooling. That way I could study at night, be undisturbed, do the other things I do to, generate income. And it was kind of like a perfect fit outside of the distance I had to travel to actually get to the job. So everything went through, and I've had these experiences in past seasons. So I tried, do like David to a degree. And I know in one of the songs he was talking about, I forgot what he was facing, but he remembered all the stuff he had brought him through, to give him confidence that he'll bring me through this one, especially if I'm walking upright. Even more so. So the job, everything's a go with the job. However, I have to like do a week orientation in the morning when I'm actually at school. And I, told them this because they wanted to hire me for other shifts. But I'm in a online training from 9 to 1 Monday through Friday. So I cannot do any kind of orientation, you know, from 8:30 to 4:30. So I email and, text various people, whoop, whoop, whoop. And it was like, it's mandatory. But I'm like, well, I explained that to y'all before I went through this whole process. But I'm kind of irritated because, it was basically locked in. Now, again, I've been in previous seasons of life where something seemed very promising. It seemed like it's all a go, and then somehow it magically falls apart. But I know this one, when seemingly mysterious stuff happens or simple stuff gets overly complicated for no reason, the Most High hand is in it. He working his magic. I just can't tell what it is. The only thing I can do or control is my attitude towards it. So of course, initially I was like, because I started making plans for the, potential finance, what I can do, when I can do it. So now all that's been obliterated. So they'll still hire me, but it'll be after my graduation is over, which doesn't do me any good because after my graduation is over, I'll have an actual job or however that works out in the actual field I'm going to school for. So it'd be null and void for me to go work for y'all. So, initially I'm disappointed. Like, man, there's been like a lot of other like little mysterious stuff going on, like socially or, family wise, whatever the case may be. So I caught myself like, whatever, I don't even care. Because it's all worked out anyway. It just, something I try to set to do or whatever the case may be. Um, and then I remember when these mysterious, that, either, and it could be a combination of things. Cause I try to discern, even though it's impossible, like, well, okay, what is the Most High doing? Don't, like I said, the only thing I can do is how does He want me to govern myself in it? You know what I mean? Now He's shown me His ability to sustain me, right? I get frustrated because I'm really trying to launch to the next level. I'm really trying to like put myself in such a totally different category that can't nobody F with me. Cause and that's another thing, like people putting smut on my name, but these individuals that are actually doing it, they now know that I know all of their indiscretions. So now everybody's turned on me. And I get it, come with the territory, and I don't care. So the job was actually outside of the social zone of the people that I previously knew. Because sometimes in my flesh, I want to antagonize them. But that ain't for me to do. You know what I'm saying? And if I say I'm done with them, just go and be done going about your business. Ain't no sense to keep doubling back and antagonize them online or putting these little subliminals out there knowing it'll get to who I needed to get to or send a message to a third party. You know what I mean? I got bigger fish to fry. But I was just doing it for like the adversarial part of it. Because I feel like you coming for me. And that's probably one aspect he's working on with. I tend to I don't even want to say so much take it personally, but I do look at it like warfare. I do give it almost what I like to call a 50 Cent mindset. Because and then from previous seasons of when people have tried to set me up or, kick me when I'm down, like it's real triggering for me. From a mental, not necessarily emotionally, but like, oh, here this is again. I can't let this happen. And I think I can outthink them, so let me turn this around or whatever. But again, this gives me an opportunity to practice what I preach, not what 2 videos ago. So I'm not really worried or concerned. It's not for me. And it almost kind of quote unquote forces me. Cause I know the word talks about, we go from faith to faith, glory to glory. It gives how can I do that unless I'm put in positions where I have to operate in faith? Now I can talk all this yin yang on here about faith, but then when something comes through with no proverbial safety net, how am I going to carry it? And as far as I know, I don't have any other plays in the pot other than what I've already been doing. And I've been working on some other things, but they don't seem to be on the horizon. But that could change at any moment. So how I'm gonna carry it? Carry it like I've been carrying it. To be mindful to do that. Now I'm gonna keep, continue to look for opportunities and, maximize my day, so on and so forth. But I'm not gonna scramble around like a quarterback whose pocket done collapse. Because to me, that's not showing faith if I'm doing that. So I do what I can. Because ultimately, to get to this point, I've walked through a lot of uncertainty. Like, outside the last job I had that I quit because of, ethical reasons, I haven't consistently worked anywhere in a decade, and he sustained me. However, I wasn't able to do certain things because he was building my character. Now, even seemingly with the day and time we're living in, I'm seemingly still in synchronicity with completing my overall goals and objectives, even though I've been held back or doors or opportunity have been closed. Again, I only get frustrated because of what I want to do and when I want to do it. Just like, a tree's branches don't get strong on a nice day. It gets stronger based on the resistance. And that's kind of in the space that I'm in. And I've kind of, switched my mindset back. Because at one time I was so used to resistance, it was natural to me. So when I got a place of some financial comfortability, it made me uncomfortable. I'm like, yo, I ain't got nothing to fight, yo. You mean I can just chill and I don't have to it actually made me uncomfortable. It's crazy because I'll do that. I'll be uncomfortable. Then I'll pray to get out of it or for the situation to change. Then it changes. And then I'll pray to go back to uncomfortability because now I'm too comfortable. And now I feel like I'm getting soft or I'm getting lethargic or complacent. You know what I mean? And I know he grants us rest. And it ain't really been me other than trying to do my due diligence on a daily basis. But technically, to some degree, it seems I've been held back my whole life. For what I like to believe is a specific assignment, a specialized training. Now, I guess we all go through that to some degree for those who truly believe in trying to purge the flesh as you see me smoke cigarettes or whatever. And I'm still working on it, y'all. I've had my mother look up some natural remedies, and I got a book on it that I need to sit down and go through and really, because here's what I truly believe, and I'll say this, on YouTube. Everything seemingly the blessing that I desire will come from a place that's seemingly totally unrelated. Everything I got and want, or everything I desire, in my heart of hearts that's pure in alignment, is on the other side of me quit smoking cigarettes. Financially, purpose-wise. Because I can't really, and I know this, I can't step into what it is still smoking cigarettes. I just know that. He's been long suffering towards me in it. And sometimes, because it's easier just to, okay, and make an excuse or whatever. But I'm going to have to purge this flesh. And it's not easy. Now, I've done it in other areas, praise to the Most High. But this about the last one. That and certain lust issues, you know what I'm saying? But I don't actively engage in it, you know what I'm saying? But if I do this one, if I can get this one on the wraps, ain't nothing on earth I can't do. There would be no reason to hold me back. But again, this is, just practicing what I preach. And being, and I know some people, for, their particular purpose, don't, like, to me, this has ended up being more of like an online journal where I'm very transparent. And I'll tell y'all my business. I'll tell y'all my struggle. I'll tell you, to a degree, what's going on in real time. Because I don't care. Now, that might not be wise, but the overall goal is to reach someone. So that means, because I ain't trying to, nor have I, during the season of, sobriety, which I just celebrated 3 years on the 10th, perpetrated no fraud. Like I tell you, I've ate out the trash can. I tell you, I've had, whatever various issues. Like actually who I am now, and when I'm like at the job or if I find myself in proximity to people on a somewhat consistent basis, they'll then be a mirror back to me of all the character traits or the intangibles that have been honed in the very type of situation I'm talking about now. I wouldn't be who I was or who I am now, still attempting to, grow, evolve, ascend, had it not been for the hardships I had to walk through. And he was with me the whole time. Again, like I said, it was just me just wanting to do what I want to do, which is tricky for me because I be checking my modes and tension, and I'm thinking it's noble. It's almost like a little kid who get on a bicycle, but they can't, ride a bike yet, and they want you to take the training wheels off and go fast. They have the best of intentions, but they ain't ready yet. And they might get frustrated because they just want to go fast, not taking into account the fact they've never done it before. They, they're not old enough, their body can't handle a fall, so on and so forth. So I'll be having to keep that in mind. And I also have to keep in mind, I'm on earth for some purpose, even if I can't discern exactly what that is. Because if that wasn't the case, when I got hit by a car, broke my neck, and according to the ambulance people, I was dead, there'd be no reason to walk me through this Damascus road if he wasn't going to use me for some purpose. Granted, I still have my personal responsibility to do what I can, such as, walk uprightly and confess my sins and so on and so forth, to be in alignment with the purpose, because I can miss it. And I don't want, and that's kind of like one of my greatest fears is getting all the way down to the 2-yard line and fall down or drop the ball. You know what I mean? That made all that, in the football sense, that made all that running for naught. It'd been better off had I just, got hit in the backfield rather than just, took a straight dive 80 yards down the field and got tripped up on my own feet and fumbled at the 2-yard line. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing but a practice what I preach. Not necessarily behaviorally, because I've been doing that. It's more mentally, emotionally, and just my attitude and my overall disposition. Because part of my thing is I want to crush all the opposition. And that'll happen. Not physically, of course, but just by the expanse of time of just doing the right thing, living right, being right. You know what I mean? Practicing, discernment and wisdom. That's how I'm going to get them. That's how I got them rumbling now. Because all the people coming against me, or my belief that they're putting smut on my name, or there's some concerted effort to like blackball me, quote unquote, is because they realize I'm vastly different from them. And I don't have the indiscretions they have, but they know that I now know their dirt. And he had to stop me on that one. Because because I started to expose them under my own hand. And then when I went to, to go through the proper channels of, whatever, it was like stonewalled. So I do have this thing, I like going against institutions and systems by myself, like on some Gladiator Spartacus type tip. But vengeance is mine, say Yahweh. So I'm like, and they personally do nothing to me. I'm looking at what they're doing to the less fortunate and the vulnerable, even if they don't realize they're that. Which I guess is a part of leadership. You know what I'm saying? Protecting those who don't even understand or realize they need protection. But I kind of felt that in my spirit, like, go on about your business. I'm going to take care of that in my time. But I got to keep pressing forward. And I can't really press forward if I'm, so say, looking back, trying to get, justice under my own accord. Plus, I'm black man in America. How much justice I'm going to get for real? Especially initially, you know what I'm saying? They say the wheel of justice turns slow. So I took this opportunity, and it's a nice day. It like it's going to rain, though. And able to come down here by the water. I haven't really been able to do that. And just, hop on here. Eventually I'll probably exercise outside. And just, you know what I'm saying? Exfoliate any concerns or worries or whatever. Because I had a counsel one time. And I don't know, sometimes people say stuff and it just stick with me, even though in real time when they said it, I wasn't like, y'all need to remember that. And he had a fan, I'll leave y'all with this one. You may not know what to do, but you'll know what to do when the time comes. I'm going to holler at y'all. Ooh, ah.